Hello everybody, my name is Paige Cassidy, otherwise known as the Yogi Paige, and I just thought to pop on here to talk a little bit about food. So, quickly, it is so normal to actually binge eat, and it's normal to eat badly during December time or holiday time. So firstly, just creating the space in your brain where it is okay sometimes to cheat. If majority of your life is about eating properly, it's not about eating clean, it's not about all these fad crazy diets, it's about eating well, creating home cooked meals, creating meals that are filled with nutrients, and that sometimes means having a smoothie that actually doesn't taste good, but it has all the nutrients that your body needs. So these kinds of things are really important. But what I'm getting at is December time, I go away, I eat all the bread that I need to. Obviously, I'm not watching the food that's going into my mouth, and that is so normal. But what's really difficult is when you come back from December. When I come back from December, it takes me about 2 to 3 weeks to actually get back into eating, just because the body is so used to eating these naughty foods. And when I say naughty foods, guys, I mean just overindulging in all the foods. So eating bread in the morning, eating bread in the afternoon. My snack is a bacon and cheese roll. My snack then later is some bread with some chicken liver pate, and then eating sweets, eating treats. So that kind of bad eating is normal on holiday, but it is such a difficult thing to get out of. So naturally, when I come back in Jan, then I can feel that my body really struggles. It's actually a mental game that I'm really struggling with. And then I create this understanding that it is easy to actually gain weight. It is easy to be fat. So I'm not going to beat around the bush here. If you don't like what I have to say, you are more than welcome to comment, but it's not going to change my day. I'm here to just be dead honest with you, to be blunt. And you know what, if you take something from it, that's amazing. If you don't, that's also okay. You know, we don't really need to always listen to what people have to say. We also don't always need to take things in. And if this makes you upset, even better. Alrighty, so when it comes to food, guys, I'm going to give you an example of why people gain weight. If you are going to eat like a pig, you are going to look like a pig. And again, it's not that I'm trying to be ugly. I just sometimes think that we need raw and honest information fed to us. And I am just that person. I'm all about tough love. Rather just tell me something honestly instead of beating around the bush and sugarcoating things. Just be honest with you. So I'm going to take you through a day of not good eating, and then I'm going to take you through a day of really good eating. So wake up, immediately I can feel that I'm more hungry because of eating badly. I will wake up, I'll have a huge slice of beautiful sourdough bread. Now, quickly, you'll hear that my brain jumps like this all the time. Sourdough bread, there is nothing wrong with it. The longer it ferments, the better. Obviously, more your white breads and the naughty quick breads, those things are going to clog up your stomach. They are going to make you feel heavy. They're going to make you feel tired. So just being more conscious of when you are choosing things. So when it comes to eating well, guys, it is not about a diet. It is about a balance, and also just understanding that your body should be enjoying naughty foods. You shouldn't be depriving yourself, but majority of the time you should be feeding your brain and body well. So wake up, I'm going to have a huge slice of bread with this much butter on, and then this much chicken liver pate. That is the start of my meal. I also wake up, I immediately have a coffee. That is the first thing I feed my belly, is this caffeine. All of a sudden, there's this empty tummy that's having caffeine, and now you're like, some people often feel that they get really anxious on coffee, and that is because you're drinking it on an empty stomach. I am not pointing fingers, guys. I do this, I cheat all the time. You know, there's days that I'll be drinking 4 cups of coffee and I haven't even eaten lunch. So I'm not pointing fingers, you know, I'm also human. I can also be naughty sometimes. I'm just giving you an example of food and why people pick up weight. Right, so I've had my coffee, I've had my chicken liver pate sandwich. Then I'm thinking, oh, what else do I want? I'm going to quickly go down to the little caravan, and I'm going to go get a bacon and egg roll with another coffee. So that is bread. That is also very beige foods that I keep putting into my body. There's no greens, there's no color of the rainbow just yet. So immediately, before we even go deeper into this eating behavior, you are not going to be able to go to the toilet once you have eaten all of this. You've drank coffee, you haven't drank any water, you've eaten a whole lot of bread with butter on, with bacon, and all these things are good. You know, you should be enjoying food, but with little limitations. So immediately people are like, oh my gosh, my belly's hurting, I feel bloated, I've got gas, I've got this, I can't go to the bathroom. Hello! It's because you're not eating any greens or fruits. Right, so now we're going to go to lunch. Lunch, again, I'm overindulging in potatoes. Please listen to me. There is nothing wrong with potatoes, guys. There is nothing wrong with carbs. Carbs are vitally important for you. You should be eating carbs. But again, it is all about a balance, and you want to eat your more healthy carbs. That's why I bring up the bread thing. Sourdough, longer fermented sourdough bread is really good for you. You want to stay away with these breads that have the bleaches in. Breads that last for a month. So when you open the packet, it's still okay after 3 weeks. That's not okay. Right, we're going to flow into lunch. So now I'm going to eat pasta, I'm going to eat potatoes, I'm going to eat, again, it's all beige foods. I'm going to eat some bread, I'm going to lather it with butter, I'm going to lather it with some cheese. And you know what, I'm actually going to choose 2 different cheeses because I'm on holiday. Right, so that means lunch now is done. Again, look at what I've eaten. Absolutely no greens or foods from the rainbow colors. I've only eaten beige foods. Now, straight after food, some people might feel that they've got heartburn. They might feel that they've got hiccups. They might have indigestion, whatever it is. Again, guys, it is because your body is not filled with nutrient-based foods. Beige foods, it's such a difficult thing because I understand that easy is good for people because lives are busy. Sometimes when you get home, it's the last thing you feel like doing. But then in those moments, you should be the person that's looking out for yourself, looking out that you are feeding yourself well. Because remember, food is not just about, oh, okay, I'm eating, I feel great now, and then food is about feeding mind, body, and soul, guys. Remember, your food, your gut health has a direct link with your brain. Gut health, brain, link. 2 little brains talking to each other. So if you're feeding the gut poorly, the communication with your brain is going to be the same thing. So often people will say to me, oh, they're constantly feeling tired, they're feeling lethargic, they're struggling with gas all the time. Guys, check what you are putting in your belly. Also, people often will come with skin conditions, a big one when it comes to food, guys. Lots of people struggle with eczema, that is inflammation in your body. So when you are looking at yourself and you are struggling with skin conditions, breaking out in acne, obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt, guys. For ladies, I often find that just before my time of the month, I can feel that my skin's getting busy. So those kinds of things are normal. But when you are having these crazy breakouts, whether it's on your chest, on your back, let's say you're struggling with eczema, you're struggling with gas, you're struggling with not being able to go to the bathroom, the first thing you should be looking at is the stuff you are putting in your mouth. So being conscious, observant of how or what happens when you eat a specific food. Right, we can go so deep into this. I'm just trying to give an easy example that everyone can relate to. So now we're coming back to my food day. I have now eaten potatoes, I've eaten pasta, bread, I've eaten so much more. I'm adding sauce, I'm doing this, cheese, eating so much cheese. Now again, straight after that meal, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling lethargic, I feel like I need to sleep. And then all of a sudden, I'm hungry again because this naughty food is just stimulating this feeling of being hungry all the time. And now it comes to another snack. I'm going to eat some chips. I'm going to maybe eat some biltong. Please, another one. This should have an attention sign up above my head. There's nothing wrong with biltong. Biltong is lovely. Again, it is about finding a balance, guys. Balancing life is really difficult. I love creating food. So that's why I enjoy this topic so much, because I'm so happy to make food. I love feeding people. I just am that person. I also love teaching people that feeding you and enjoying food doesn't have to be unhealthy food. I know a lot of people look at food and just like, oh, unhealthy food. It's just easier to eat. It's a simple way of living. But you will feel the great changes that come with feeding your belly well, feeding your brain well. And it is just about small changes that you need to create. No one is going to make you skinny. No one is going to help you lose this weight or feel strong or feel more confident about yourself. You are the only person who can do this. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop walking with your shoulders like this and dragging your feet. You need to make sure that you're going to create a change, and it is one thing at a time. So often I say to people, Monday, meatless Monday, and just because it's not taking away anything from you. And guys, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian. I have tried it. It just does not work for me. But let's say you binge eat and drink the whole weekend. Normally you want to just take a little break on a Monday, so give your gut a little bit of a break. So that's why I always say start with like a meatless Monday. Or if that's not for you, and already I say these kinds of things, often ladies who have partners in their lives, boyfriends and that, they're like, absolutely not about giving up meat. That's okay, we're not saying give up meat, but just be more conscious of food and the way that you feed yourself. So another nice idea is, instead of doing a meatless Monday, start your morning off with a little shot. You can do a green shot, you can do a turmeric shot with some orange juice, and make the shots small, blend them for really long so that there's not a lot of pulp if you struggle with pulp, and start off your gut or your belly. The first thing you wake up in the morning, instead of having a coffee, have a shot. Another nice way to start off your morning is actually having bone broth. I know that's another one that people are really, really nervous about, but there is just so many options that you can do in order to look after your gut health. Again, guys, your gut and your brain are directly influenced by each other. So often people struggle with mood swings and stuff. Remember, if you're feeding your body crap, you are going to feel like crap. And then lastly, so now I'm going into my dinner. Again, dinner, I'm going to overeat, I'm going to overindulge. I'm going to have, let's say we made some beautiful potatoes with, let's do a braai. We're going to have braai meat, we're going to do beautiful garlic bread, love garlic bread. We're going to do beautiful potatoes, and again, here I am just overeating specific foods and not changing up the variety. So by the time I'm finished my dinner, now I'm getting a little bit peckish because it's holiday and I can binge eat and I can be a little bit naughty. Now I'm going to go get an ice cream. And guys, that is the way I eat for 2 to 3 weeks in holiday time. Again, I'm saying this stuff is normal, but coming out of that behavior is really difficult. So getting back on track with eating well. And in the same breath, this is how people eat on a regular basis from the 1st of Jan all the way into December, and then they get to a space where they wonder why they're picking up weight, they wonder why their skin's breaking out, they wonder why they have digestive problems, they wonder why some people aren't going to the toilet for 4 days and then absolutely dying when they do need to go. These things are directly influenced by the food you are putting in your mouth. If you do not understand this and it's hard for you to take in, remember, this is my field of work. I absolutely love being educated on food, and even more so, I'm going deep into gut health at the moment. So educating myself, I'm going through a little bit of a cleanse through my own gut health, just because I need to do the work in order to obviously spread the knowledge. So I will do another talk on gut health once I know more and once I've actually done the tests on myself. But when it comes to food, guys, be conscious of the way that you're eating. Be conscious of the way that you're talking to food, the immediate relationship you have with food. So another thing to be really, really conscious of, I understand people are busy, but let's say you need to eat quickly before you go to a meeting. Now you're rushing in, you're shoving the food in you, you're not even thinking about chewing properly. That also directly influences the process of your gut, obviously breaking down the food, taking the proteins, taking the nutrients, all of that. So another suggestion, when you do eat your food, try and make sure that you give yourself 10 minutes to just sit. If you need to go sit in your car, put a nice song on, or you need to go sit away from people, but really making sure that you chew your food properly and you actually enjoy your food, so that when you're eating it, your brain and your belly are making that connection of just like, okay, I'm actually feeding my body from the inside out. And these things are really, really important. There is just so much to food and there is so much education, but just starting off small. So maybe in the comments below, you can maybe just let us know what was one change you created, so that we can start sharing this information with people. You know, fitness is my life, movement is my life. I've been moving since I was 2. I started ballet when I was 2. So this is my field, this is my career, these are my expertise. But for people who aren't in this, and let's say your education is different, so you are a marketing manager and you absolutely thrive, and that is what you do, that is your education, that is where you get a kick out of life. That is amazing, but just start to take that same kind of mind power and just channeling it into food, into your relationship with yourself. So also a relationship of when you look at yourself in the mirror, you are able to look at yourself and be like, you know what, I love all of me, even though there are some rolls and there are some cellulites and there's things that I might not like. But instead of speaking to yourself saying things like this, I hear people say this all the time, I'm a fat pig. You are not a fat pig. Do not talk to yourself like that. That is absolutely disgusting. You know, you would never say that to a friend. You wouldn't go to her and be like, you're a fat pig. There's no ways. And if you are, get new friends. But also the communication that you create to your body, that is what you're talking over yourself. So if you keep saying you're a fat slob pig, how do you think your body's going to respond to the way that you're talking to yourself? So just a few tips and tricks, guys. Again, I'm just sharing knowledge that I've been given, that I have learned, that people have passed down to me. So in the same breath, I am also still learning. I just think it's important to share information and honest information with people because, sometimes it's just not that what we educated in that, because you educated in something else, and that's beautiful. On the spectrum, wherever you are, wherever your strengths are, you must thrive in this, but you must have a deeper understanding that food is going to feed you just as much. Food is going to feed that beautiful brain, and you want to feed your brain. You want to look after that body. So be conscious of the way that you eat. That is all I'm just trying to promote. Small changes. You cannot drastic. Another thing people love to do, I'm also guilty of this year, I was really, really strict about it though, is I'm going to use the new year just because we're here. New year, new me, I'm quitting smoking, I'm quitting drinking, I'm quitting sugars, I'm quitting this, I'm quitting this. All of a sudden you deprive yourself of all the naughty things. And then people wonder why they have these crashes. They wonder why they have addictive behavior, is because you should not be depriving yourself of food. Again, I can say this from my ballet background. I used to deprive myself of food all the time. And you're going to see that the minute you create this relationship of, I'm going to eat this brownie and then I'm going to feel naughty and then I'm going to go train for 3 hours tomorrow, that is not healthy behavior, guys. You deserve a brownie sometimes. And your body also deserves to switch off sometimes and feel naughty. So if that means having a beer, having a glass of wine, having a cigarette because we are human, or having a piece of cake and that makes you feel rebellious and naughty, these things are okay. Don't get into your head too much. You cannot deprive yourself, one thing at a time. If that means, cool, I'm going to stop alcohol, because alcohol, guys, those of you, I'm not a big drinker. Even more so that I'm getting older, really, it's just not for me, to be honest with you. Alcohol can make me a little bit crazy, if I'm honest. But guys, alcohol also very, very, very fattening. I'm not saying you should be giving up alcohol. It is a conscious behavior that you need to be aware of. I'm going to say this again. No one is going to change you. No miracle fitness thing, meditation, blah, 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 is going to change you, guys. You are the person that needs to change yourself from the inside out. So the minute you recognize a behavior, then start being conscious of calling yourself out on your own bullshit. So another thing that people love to do, I'm sad, I feel very sorry for myself, self-pity is not worth it at all. Getting stuck in self-pity is really not good. But feeling sad for yourself, then you'll binge eat. Again, there is places and times for things like that. But if you're doing that on a regular basis, I'm so stressed, work is stressing me out, go home, eat a chocolate, eat a slab of chocolate, eat ice cream, eat this, go get a McFlurry, baby. If you're doing that every night, again, you are bound to get fat. So get out of your head, pull your finger out your bum. That's what my mom used to say to me all the time. And just be conscious of the way you are treating food, your relationship with food, and the number one most important thing, your relationship with yourself, guys. If you are not going to talk to yourself nicely, then it's very difficult to create a good relationship with yourself. So, took you through a day of naughty eating. Remember, if you are eating like that Monday to Sunday, and you are standing here wondering why you are picking up weight, why are you feeling tired, why are you doing this, my honey, it is because you are eating disgustingly. Right. A good day of eating. I wake up, I have a smoothie, because I wake up hungry all the time. I have a smoothie. Guys, there is so many smoothie options. What I love to do about smoothies is I love keeping the same colors with each other. So let's say I'm going to give you two options just because it's nice and simple. Mango, pineapple, ginger. The most delicious smoothie, and mix it with loads of ice. If you're a person that wants to add some protein shake, you're more than welcome to do that. You can add like a strawberry or whatever. But you don't actually have to add a protein shake if that's not where you are in your head. If you're going a little bit more fitness and whatever, then you can start playing around with that. But the most simple, delicious smoothie, mango, pineapple, and ginger. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, Paige, I hate ginger. Okay, crazy. You don't have to put ginger in. I'm just giving examples of what I like. And you can play around with it. Remember, all of our taste buds are different. So do what you need to do, boo. Right, another smoothie, a green smoothie, also a really good one. Apple, celery, cucumber, and mint. If there's something you don't like, take it out. You can also start adding, also another really good thing for your belly is chia seeds. So you can soak them, you can also add them to your smoothies, absolutely delicious. And chia seeds, something really interesting about them, slow release energy. Quickly on chia seeds, just because we hear, those of you who struggle with heartburn, it is your diet. It is your diet. But also just be conscious, I struggle with heartburn a lot, especially alcohol, guys. Wow, biggest trigger for me. But if you're really struggling, again, be conscious of what foods are making you feel like that. You know, just being conscious of when you eat. So for me, garlic. I love garlic, but oh my gosh, does it also, I don't know, it just gives me heartburn. So then just being conscious, and if you're really, really struggling, take a teaspoon of chia seeds, put them in like a bottle of water, 750 ml, let it soak a little bit so they get a little bit mushy, and then drink it, and it'll help your heartburn. But you cannot live on that and all of a sudden think, you know, Paige gave me this amazing miracle cure, and then you're still eating all the crap food that's giving you heartburn. That's not going to help you. Right, so I wake up, I have a smoothie, and then I'm not a big oats fan, to be honest with you. I crave it every now and then, but oats is just not something I crave often. But if you want oats, you can do that. Else, it depends on how hungry I am. I often will eat lunch as my breakfast, so I'll have like a chicken noodle bowl, a tofu noodle bowl. I might just have some mince and rice, mince and chicken, or like veggies and rice. That's normally what I'd eat at about like 10, 11. And then again, I'll start getting snackish or hungry. So guys, I'm a big biltong advocate. I love biltong, and it is a huge snack in my life. So finding a snack that you really enjoy, you can do rice cakes, you can do absolutely anything. You can have nuts. Again, I'm not the biggest nut person. I mean, I'll eat them. Nut butter though, on the other hand, I'll eat that daily. Love that stuff. Right, so I've already had like a lunchy kind of meal. I'm now having a snack, whether it's biltong, whether it's some fruit, whether it's whatever you want really. Blueberries are also delicious. If it's another smoothie, guys, also I'm one of those people, I'm not against a lot of fruit in your diet. Again, you've got to work with your diet, you've got to work with your belly. I naturally love sweets, so I'm going to go to the natural sweet, and that is smoothies, beautiful fruits, mixed fruits, berries, whatever it is. I love sweets, but I'll rather just choose eating the healthier sweets. So my little snack could be a smoothie again, guys. Sometimes when I'm really craving, this is more in the evenings, craving like a sweet, I'll make like a nice juicy kind of smoothie. So banana, loads of ice, and then we can put some peanut butter in. I'll put some protein shake, like a chocolate nougat, and then it's like a chocolate milkshake, but a healthy one. For lunch, so normally my lunch can be quite boring. We'll do chicken or salad. A big thing about me is I make sure to prep fresh lunch every day. I'm very grateful that I get to be at home and I'm able to do that. Again, this is just something that I love to do. So it'll always be, let's say, asparagus and salmon. It might even just sometimes be a salad. It might even just be like a potato and leek soup, all homemade because I love it. And then usually, guys, from a Monday to a Friday, I know this freaks people out. I know people don't like this, but I will normally eat the same dinner just because on a Monday I'll do my meal prep, mince and rice, whatever it is. At the moment, we are on ramen bowls. So I made bone broth, and then I cook the spaghetti in the ramen, the spaghetti in the bone broth. So that's what we've been on at the moment, and you can change it up because I know sometimes we get bored. Like Ryan and I are so sick of eating mince and rice, so that's why we're on the ramen bowls. You've just got to play, and sometimes you actually just got to suck it up and deal with it, that you are going to eat the same meal, and it is convenient, guys. You know, you want to, as much as like a quick little meal from wherever, whether it's a fast food or you're going and just buying like a microwave meal, that's convenient. So then freezing food is also convenient. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I'm only just going to touch the surface today because I do not want to bombard you with information. I don't want you to feel scared or nervous about this. But what I do want is to just promote a space where we're able to talk. Ask the dumb questions. There's never dumb questions, but ask the questions because something you might not know, someone else might have information on it or different knowledge. And let's say I'm not explaining myself properly, or there's some, or maybe, you know, people don't always resonate with the way that I talk. Let's say in the comments someone's got a question. This is just a platform where we all get to chat to each other honestly about food. If there's something you don't agree with, you can also not agree with everything I say. But just coming to sprinkle some of what goes on in my head. It's a very busy brain up here. So let's get talking. Let's be honest about food. And if you have any questions, please make sure to go comment below. You're more than welcome to send me a private message. Please make sure to subscribe and like my page. Anyways, I will be back with some more information. I hope you guys have a powerful week wherever you are in the world. And I cannot wait to talk your ears off.